Do you hear me? I'm talking to you. Across the water, across the deep blue ocean, under the open sky. Oh my, baby, I'm trying.
Boy, I hear you in my dreams. I feel you whisper across the sea. I keep you with me in my heart. You make it easier when life gets hard.
Lucky I'm in love with my best friend. Lucky to have been where I have been. Lucky to be coming home again.
They don't know how long it takes
waiting for a love like this.
every time
Every time we say goodbye, I wish we had one more kiss. I'll wait for you, I promise you I will. I'm lucky I'm in love with my best friend. Lucky to have been where I have been. Lucky to be coming home again. Lucky we're in love in every way. Lucky to have stayed where we have stayed. Lucky to be coming home someday. And so I'm sailing through the sea to an island where we'll meet. You'll hear the music, feel the air. I'll put a flower in your hair.
Though the breezes through the trees move so pretty, you're all I see as the world keeps spinning round. You hold me right here, right now.
Lucky I'm in love with my best friend. Lucky to have been where I have been. Lucky to be coming home again. Lucky we're in love in every way. Lucky to have stayed where we have stayed. Lucky to be coming home someday.
Now and forever, you are a part of me, and the memory cuts like a knife. Didn't we find the ecstasy? Didn't we share the daylight? When you walked into my life, now and forever, I'll remember all the promises still unbroken, and think about all the words between.
What are, if you could share a favourite memory from Grandma and Papa Van? Okay, you can do it.
Grandma's one is when I forgot. When every time we were about to leave. I remember this from last year. Grandma said to me, because we're about to leave, I was crying. I was super upset because we were not going to see them for another year. And Grandma said to me that when families sometimes go apart, they'll always reunite, always, and we'll always see soon. And Papa Fan, every time I do something I love, he always takes pictures, and he always prints them out for us, so I can always look back at them and see things that I really enjoyed, even pictures with Grandma, Papa, and all my last cousins.
Okay, that's lovely. And then do you want to share just anything else about them? Anything that you have favorite? How you feel about them?
One of my favorite things about Grandma is that she always helps us. She always cares about us. She has a loving heart, and when challenges face her, she's always ready. And Papa Frank, even though he's going through rough times and challenges, he always stays strong and confronts them. And Grandpa Papa never gives up.
Okay, anything else you'd like to tell them before we finish?
I love you guys super much, and I can't wait to see you again. I am so sorry.
What I love about Grandma and Grandpa is how much they care about family. I'll always remember, golfing with Grandpa or being out with family for dinner, and Grandma's always making jokes or laughing, and her laugh seems to get everybody else excited and happy as well. And so I just love them all to pieces, and I know that they do a lot for each one of their sons and grandsons and daughters a lot. And so, love you, Grandma and Grandpa.
Although I have many favorite memories with my grandma and grandpa, my favorite one is being able to spend quality time with them every summer. They're just fun to be around. They care about us and everything. It's fun to be around grandma and grandpa all the time.
Happy anniversary, Van and Barbara. I'm so grateful for all that you do for me and Spencer, and I'll always remember the time that you guys came out to Paris and all the fun times that we had out there, and I hope you guys have a happy anniversary.
So, share a favourite memory you have of Grandma and of Papa Van.
For Grandma, I love her because she has always helped me when I'm doing painting when I'm stuck. And for Papa Van, I am really happy that he invited me to do some stuff at the dump.
Okay. And do you have any favourite things you like about Grandma and Papa Van?
I love them for that when they come here, that I sometimes pay for where we're going out, and they'll pay for us. And I thank them for that, and I really love them.
Happy anniversary, Grandma and Grandpa. You guys are the definition of what a loving, eternal relationship and marriage is supposed to be about. So proud that I have you guys to look up to follow your example. Some memories of you guys, there's so many that it's hard to think of just one or two, but Grandpa, I remember always taking us fishing and golfing and just having a good time with you, Grandpa. You've always been someone that we can do fun things with, and Alaska to this day will always be one of my favorite places in the world. And, a place that I take my kids hopefully one day. Grandma, you're always loving and caring and taking care of us. And I remember one time in the Vegas tournament, basketball tournament, my knees were really hurting and I was pretty sad. I wasn't playing too well, and I remember going back to the hotel room and you just rubbed my knees for like an hour and just comforted me and talked to me and gave me confidence for the rest of the tournament. And I'll always remember that and just how loving you are and how much you love me and all of the family, and I think that you guys are just a great example for all of us to look up to, and so happy that you guys have had this celebration and this time to come together, and we love you guys and happy anniversary.
My favorite memory about Grandma is that when we went painting in the Oregon coast, it was a really good lesson because it was very rough for me because I felt like I was going to give up. It was like I felt like I was doing really bad, and then Grandma came over and she said that you take a few steps back and you see the beauty in it, and I did it, and I noticed that it was true, and I really did see the beauty in the painting, what I did, and now it's hanging up on my wall and I smile at it every day.
Dad, what is your favorite memory of Grandma and Grandpa?
Okay, well, I'm going to talk about Grandma first. This is an old memory, one Mom probably doesn't remember. Going back, I can't remember how old I was, but it's pretty young. And I remember Christmas Day. This was we lived in Brighton. And we were all looking forward to Christmas, and we all went downstairs to open our presents, but I was sick. really sick. Like my stomach hurt, and I just wasn't feeling very well. And I remember Mom just kind of picking me up and holding me in her arms pretty much all morning. I don't remember her opening any presents, just sitting there rocking me back and forth because I really wasn't feeling very good. And you know, Mom was always willing to sacrifice stuff that she wanted for us. That still stands out as one of my earliest memories of Grandma.
What's your favorite thing about Grandpa?
There's a pretty long list of things I like about Grandpa. I mean, we have a lot in common, all the same personality traits, but I have to say my absolute favorite thing about Grandpa really comes down to I love the fact that Grandpa can express his thoughts and ideas and really complex concepts in any circumstance, really, and can do that through interpretive dance.
Some of my favorite memories of you guys are the little things that you do. Like how in Nauvoo we couldn't get within 3 feet of Grandpa without expecting a cane at our ankles. Or how whenever Grandma comes to visit, you should always expect some kind of project to do together. There's not a single grandchild that doesn't know that you guys love us, and thank you for that. And thank you for all the time that you spend with us.
Oh, so many stories, so little time. There are the ones you know about, there are the ones you don't know about, and even better, the ones that you've made up over time. I have to say, the one thing I do have to confess is when you guys bought me that $500 truck as a kid, I took it out four-wheeling quite a bit more than you guys ever expected. So that engine blowing had really nothing to do with the fact that I didn't have any oil, and everything to do that I got it 2 feet off the ground. So I do apologize for that. I think one of the favorite things I remember about both of you is there was never a project that we couldn't accomplish, no matter whether or not we had the background and skills to do it. You guys taught us self-reliance, you guys taught us initiative and a work ethic and a compassion and empathy that will always stick with us and has been just a tremendous blessing to my life and my family's life. Thank you for everything that you've done.
What is your favorite memory of Grandma and Grandpa?
Oh, there's just so many to choose from. Honestly, I think my favorite memory of Grandma and Grandpa is just when they took me to Hawaii for my senior trip. It was so much fun. They went ziplining with me. They even went canoeing, and we hiked up this trail to the waterfall. And it was like super muddy, super rainy. I mean, we had mud up to our knees, and they were just such a good sport. And they went because I wanted to go, and that's something I just love about Grandma and Grandpa. They're just always willing to do things for you, and they know how to have a good time.
My favorite thing about Grandma and Grandpa is that they take the kids when they're 12 out to Alaska because we earned the Aaronic priesthood, and so since we go out for a week, it's really fun fishing.
My favorite memory of Grandpa is when he took us fishing in Alaska, and my dad and my uncle and Grandpa went fishing on one day, and they caught sea lions, and my dad lost his fishing pole, and then it came up on Grandpa's fishing rod.
Hi, I'm Stacy. About 24 years, I gained some amazing in-laws and have lots of fun memories through the years. One of those memories would be sitting around the pool in their backyard, watching the kids swim and sitting around visiting and having lots of fun. Speaking of being around the pool, when our boys were little, we'd get in the hot tub with Grandpa, and Papa Van would get the boys to talk at the moon. He'd start howling with them, and we'd get quite the chorus out there with Grandpa and those boys talking to the moon, howling at the moon. It was always fun when family would come into town and Grandma would take the girls, and we'd go shopping and go out to lunch and go get pedicures done. That was always lots of fun visiting and talking. And I always enjoyed Barbara with her grandkids when they were little, and just getting down on their level and talking to them and singing with them and being such a great hands-on grandma. Thanks so much, love you.
My favorite memory with
when we were walking on the beach in the Oregon coast, and there was this big wave, and our whole family the water crashed into our whole family, and me and Ethan fell, and the whole family started laughing at me and Ethan, and including Grandma and Grandpa.
All right, Anna, tell me what your favorite thing about Grandma and Grandpa is.
So my favorite thing about Grandma and Grandpa is that whenever we get hurt or something, they always email us to make sure we're all right. Like when I got my broken leg, they came to see me and make sure I was okay.
Because they're always there to make sure you're okay, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so my favorite memory for Grandma is one day I wasn't really doing anything. I was really bored, and Grandma walks in the door, and she asked me if she wanted to go shopping, and I was like, yes. And so we went shopping, and she just made my day. And I just love how Grandma, she always thinks of others, and she's just so nice. And for Grandpa, he is the hardest worker I know, and he is so strong. Okay, so he is always bringing bark at our house, and so we spread it out, and then when you think you're done, you see Grandpa come around the corner and come up the driveway, and boom, there's another truckload of bark just waiting for us to be put all over our yard. But it makes it look so good, and that's just Grandpa, he's always teasing us, but really he's such a hard worker, and he's just so awesome, and I just love him so much.
What is your favourite memory of Grandma and Papa Van?
Painting.
Painting. Okay, and what do you love about Grandma and Papa Van?
The painting.
The painting, and anything else?
The place where we saw these chickens.
Oh, did you go somewhere with Grandma and Papa Van and see the chickens?
Remember that?
Okay, yeah. All right.
My favorite thing about Grandma and Grandpa is that they're always there for us when we have something coming up.
Like what?
Like birthdays or graduations.
My favorite memory with Grandpa would be going to Doc Warner's in Alaska. Have a lot of good memories there. And I would say my favorite memory with Grandma would be when we were little and went to New York City, counting all the taxis, and had a fun time there as well. Love you guys.
My favorite memory with Grandpa is when me, Grandpa, and my dad got to go to Alaska and fish for a week at Doc Warner's, and it is just a really awesome experience. My favorite memories that I have with my grandma are all the times that she would go into her pool house with me and teach me how to paint, and all the different techniques that are needed to become a better artist. I want to thank you so much for all the great memories you guys have given me. Thank you.
My favorite memory is when Grandpa taught me how to fly fish. I liked it because it's a new technique of fishing, and I also liked it because he spent time with us one by one. I also, my favorite memory with Grandma is when she taught us how to paint, even though I wasn't great at it.
Aubrey, tell us something you like to do with Grandma.
I like to paint in the pool house with her.
Tell us a favorite memory of Grandpa.
I liked to ride in the golf cart with him.
Oh, that's a fun thing. Tell us something you like to do with both of them.
I like to take walks with them. I like to go to the park. I like to play games like Payday with them. I like to go to restaurants with them too.
Awesome. Anything else you want to say to them?
I want to say that I am so thankful that they're my grandparents, and I want to thank them for being being great grandparents. Hi, I'm Mariah, and I like to do fun stuff with Grandma. She makes me feel special whenever I do stuff with her, I feel really special inside. And when I do stuff with Grandpa, he really, really loves me, and I love him too. And when we do stuff, I just love doing stuff with my grandma and grandpa. They're so fun, and I love doing it with them. All they do is really hug me, do a lot of stuff with me, and I also like doing the golf land with me. And also, I love them back whenever they love me, and we are happy together, and all we do is...
No, I have to say my favorite memory of Grandma and Grandpa was when we went to Tonga for my Eagle Scout project, and I have to say that's by far one of my favorite memories of Grandma and Grandpa.
Why is that?
Why is it my favorite memory? Well, it's my favorite because as we were going around, like we had fun together, just the three of us when we went to the beach with Samisi and his kids, and we just played around and had fun. And got what we need to be done also.
My favorite thing about Grandma is one time when I was in California, I had the stomach ache and I was throwing up and I just didn't feel good. And so I go inside and Grandma just comes in and she gives me a blanket and a pillow, and then she turns on the TV and just like waits by my side until I went to sleep. And I just think that she's so nice and she's so kind to everyone and always complimenting everyone. So my favorite thing about Grandma and Grandpa is they're always so nice and kind to me. And Grandpa is my Chick-fil-A buddy, so whenever we're like bored or I'm like the only one home alone and I'm off track, he's like, you want to go to Chick-fil-A? And we'll just go to Chick-fil-A together, and he just really makes me super happy. And Grandma is always so nice, and she's always willing to do anything like for me or with me, and she's always giving me compliments, and that's why I love Grandma and Grandpa.
Well, before we finish this, we wanted to share with you guys the wisdom that we've learned from you over the years.
Grandpa, thank you for teaching us to never trust a smiling Johnson.
You also taught us that whenever you leave a taffy store, you should look like you just grabbed a paint.
Grandpa, you taught us that 73 is not too old to zip line.
Grandma, you taught us that anyone can pick up a paintbrush, but not everyone is a true artist, but we give it our best shot.
Mom, you taught us that every birthday should be celebrated with pizza. Every Christmas should have fuzzy socks. Every Saturday should be spent with a tool in your hand. And every illegal immigrant should have a car.
We also learned that we should watch out for sneaker waves, and that it's probably best to not leave our elderlies to be swallowed up in the sea. Also, Reverend Band, we just wanted to wish you a happy anniversary, and we just want to let you guys know how much we love you guys, and thank you for all you do. And we wanted to leave you with one more little wisdom nugget that we learned from you.
We've also learned over the years that every good joke deserves to be told more than once.
See my hand? We love you guys.
Papa Van.
Love you. Grandma and Papa Van. I love you, Papa Van. And Grandma. I love you, Grandma, Grandpa.